Thanks everyone for joining us. My name is Alicia Mendez. I'm a public information officer from Multnomah County. We're here today to address a critical situation at the Multnomah County Animal Services shelter. We have Erin Grayheck, the Animal Services Director, here to explain the situation and then outline how the community can help. And then afterwards, we'll take a few questions if you just state your outlet before you begin. Erin, go ahead.
Good morning. Thanks, everyone, and welcome. And we're so grateful that you could be here with us today. As Alicia said, I'm Erin Grayheck. I'm the director here at Multnomah County Animal Services, and there's really no way to sugarcoat this. We asked you all out here today because we need your help, and we need your help engaging our community so that they can come and help us and the pets of Multnomah County as well. We ask people to know that if you are ready for your family's next dog, this is the weekend. We would love to see you out here at the animal shelter and come meet that future pet. We currently have upwards of 40 dogs in our shelter today, and they are available for adoption, and they need your consideration. Available for adoption numbers change all the time, and so we encourage people to look at our website, multcopets.org, or just come on out and meet that future pet of yours. Dozens more are here in our shelter who have recently arrived as found or stray animals, and they're waiting for their owners to reclaim them. So if you are missing your pet, please look online. We post lost and found pets, so that's a good place to look if your pet has gone stray. And we have others that are held here in protective custody for a total of about 94 dogs in our shelter today, filling nearly every kennel and some of our offices as well. We want folks to know that what has led up to this is that we had more dogs come into our shelter over the last year than at any time since 2012. A trend of steep intakes over the last 3 years that we frankly see increasing. As a matter of fact, our January intake numbers equaled our July intake numbers, so that's July of 2024, and that tells a story because usually winter is a little bit of a slower time for us and summer is peak time for intakes. So the fact that we are matching January to July intakes, it tells us a story. We see that dogs' lives are really affected by what happens to their people. And while we don't know a lot about found or stray animals and where they come from, and we don't have a data set or study, what we're seeing is that housing instability that people are experiencing, financial stressors that are happening to families and individuals in our community, and scarcity of affordable veterinary care, those issues all show up in the pets that we see. In January alone, our officers picked up 207 stray dogs and 37 stray puppies. We've also had 47 dogs and 5 puppies surrendered to the shelter. I can tell you it's a lot. It's a lot for these pets. We are actively adopting dogs into new homes, and we have transferred dogs to our partner rescue agencies. They've been incredibly helpful, but we just are not able at this point to keep up with the intake. And so we need folks' help to come on out and adopt pets this weekend. As I said, we have filled nearly every one of our 85 kennels, and we have animals in offices as well. There are another 48 dogs and puppies in volunteer foster homes. Sorry. But this is a public shelter, and that means our role is to take found animals, and that's why we need the public's help. When our kennel capacity is tight, we struggle to figure out how to take in that lost or stray animal. We struggle to figure out how to respond to pets that may create a public safety issue. So what we're saying to our community today and throughout the weekend and into next week, in all likelihood, is if you are thinking about adopting a pet, come out to the shelter and meet these animals. You can also go to multcopets.org and see photos and bios of the pets in our care that are available. We have adoption counselors here ready to help you find your match. We are open today until 5:30, and we're open all day Saturday and Sunday. I want to point out that we do adoption counseling until 3:30 every day. We want to be sure that we have enough time to meet with all potential adopters before the end of our business day. So we do ramp down adoption counseling at 3:30. And we want folks to know that it's affordable. Right now, we are running a Valentine's special, and so it's $25 to adopt a dog or puppy. It's $15 for a cat or kitten, plus licensing fees. And I'm going to put a plug in for licensing. We are going to ask you when you come to adopt a pet that we will microchip that pet for you, and we ask you to license it so that should that pet become lost, we can help reunite that pet and human family. We are also asking the public that if you are in crisis right now and thinking about surrendering your dog, please call us first, and we will work with you to do what we can to help keep your pet with your family. If you find a pet in the community, what we know is that most pets are found generally very close to their home. So the best thing that can happen is that if you are able to keep that pet with you in your neighborhood and community, that is going to work out great for that pet in most cases. We encourage you to post flyers, to use neighborhood social media. So many neighborhoods have Facebook groups and next door groups. So please use those social media networks to advertise the found pet, and consult our website or call us at 503-988-PETS or 503-988-7387, and we can work with you to know how to post information about found animals. And I would like to just stress again that our website is multcopets.org, and that phone number 503-988-PETS. And that's it for my comments, and we're happy to take questions. And I'm here, and also my deputy or operations manager, Marion Cannell.
So there's no real pinpoint reason why we got surrendered. It's just
yeah, that's the challenge really with strays is we don't know the story of what led them to be lost or stray, and that is the bulk of the intakes that we experience. We don't have specific data sets that tell us their story.
the strays are, I'm guessing, don't have a chip in them. So
They may have a chip, and we check. So we do a thing called ID trace, and if a stray comes in, the first thing that we try and do is scan that pet for a chip. We check them for a license, and our staff right away start working through that reunification process. That's our first hope, is that we are always doing return to owner and reuniting folks with their lost pet.
it's pretty straightforward. You're full.
We are full, and we need your help.
The Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah,
Puppy Bowl. I
Yes.
Bring attention to dogs.
that's true.
That's our hope.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, you're full.
We're full.
That's all I keep hearing.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you do? I mean, the dogs are still coming in. You're Max. You're doing the best you can with what you have. What do you do? The dogs still come
You're right.
in.
It's a complex social issue, kind of as Aaron has described. It's something that the best we can do is try to make sure that we're able to get to know the pets as best as we can and try to find them homes that best match their needs. So that's why we have moments like this, because we want to call out to the community in full transparency that we need your help, because it's not just us, it's the whole community that I think we all get to come together and discuss pets that are here and try to find them placement options.
You don't turn any away, even though you're full.
We do have conversations with individuals if they are able to hold on to their pet for longer periods of time. So there might be people seeking our assistance where we identify that it's not a critical emergency and that they are able to hold on to their pets for longer. So we do ask people that they're able to hold on to pets. We do turn away individuals who don't reside in our county and the pets were not originally adopted from us. So there are at times where we will turn people away, but for the most part, when animals come to our door, if they're ill, if they're injured, if they're in danger or a danger, they have to come here. So we try to make sure that we're able to prioritize our intakes with who's the most critical in need.
Is Washington County having the same issue?
We're
I am actually not sure what their census is right now. Their operations are slightly different than ours, and they have fewer kennels.
Fewer kennels.
Yeah, they're smaller.
We have seen an incredible response from our transfer partners, our local ASAP community. We are seeing that the general census of our partners is that they're also very full at capacity with animals, which is why I don't think this is a problem specific to Multnomah County. Coming from Texas, I can tell you pet overpopulation is a really big problem there as well, and I would say significantly in Texas. But I really think it's a nationwide problem that we're seeing right now in animal welfare across the board.
And I would say, I mean, that's why some of you came out to the media event that we had at Oregon Humane in the fall, and we did an all network adoption event. So even back in the fall, we were all experiencing higher, kennel census than we were comfortable with, and we worked together as a network to tell the story that this is a group of agencies who are committed to the health and well-being of the pets in the metro area and our county partners and nonprofit partners.
So it's also an economic issue for some people.
We believe that that's true.
Because you just can't afford to keep.
Yeah, veterinary care is expensive. Everything is expensive.
Is this also a fact pandemic? People went out and got animals.
It's
Now they're going back
really
to work.
it's really hard to pinpoint it to
Right.
things like that. To be honest, I don't find that to be the primary reason why pets come to our shelter. I would probably pinpoint it more on and I keep saying pinpoint, but I think really you can't. People are so complex and animals sometimes even more so. The challenges that we all face in our own individual life leads us to make decisions that we wouldn't normally make in more secure times. So I think that right now what we're likely experiencing is a result of post-pandemic general changes that have happened in our world overall. But do I think it's a result specifically of people getting pets in the pandemic and then not wanting them anymore? That's not what I find to be the case. I think sadly, it's a bit more complicated than that. It would be a little easier if it was easy to pinpoint that as the problem.
I guess I'm just looking for a reason.
Yeah,
So are
us
we.
too.
Unfortunately, I think that's the part that's so challenging about what we do is that it's not easy to say, put all of your resources into this and it will solve this general problem. Everything is so complex.
And when your customers, I mean, our primary customers are animals, and they don't have human voices, and so we are having to discern what's going on and really read the animal to see how we best can support them.
We just go ahead. Can we just take like one more question and then we can give you all a tour and get some B-roll?
In a cooperation, do you have any cooperation with the other shelters?
Yes.
Like in Clark County, there's Humane Society and some of the others. But how do you all work together on this? Can they take some of the?
They are actually. Yep.
Tell me about
Yes,
that.
and honestly, it's because of their support and cooperation that we have been able to hold off on making this a reoccurring statement. We are really thankful to all of the partners, both local and a little further away, that have been able to help support us. They are doing the best that they can while also having to service the needs of their own community. So
Right.
we're very thankful for them.